Bones Unfiltered Podcast. Bones Unfiltered Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bones Unfiltered Podcast. This is just going to be an update edition for the award show we're going to be doing in November at the Historic Grove Theater in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, sponsored by Southern Lights Entertainment. They are the owner and host of it. I'm just going to give everybody a second to come in. We're doing an update, and there's a reason behind everything, and we want to fill everybody in. Let me turn comments on. This was kind of an unexpected thing, so that's why I'm going to give people a second. I just got off the phone with Pam. And just to let everybody know, there's been some changes with some things in regards to availabilities of people for various personal reasons and whatnot. So yours truly gets to be the guy to host the show. And actually, let me see if I can. All right, Pam's there. I was just trying to figure out how to send that to you. I tried to go live just on Facebook, and the latest update, I guess, it looks completely different than what it used to me. So I didn't know what the shit I was doing. So that's why I did StreamYard instead. So anyhow, we're giving people time to get in here. Pam's already in here with us. But I just want some people to come in and see how many people can come in and kind of, more people are starting to stream in. Okay, good. The big thing, I guess I'll go ahead and start because people can filter in and they can look this up later. What's up, V? How you doing, honey? It's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, Val. It's just, this is going to be an update because I've been talking with Pam all morning. We've been kind of working on stuff. For those of you all that may not know, like I say, due to some personal circumstances with what they've had, we've had some things that have changed that have caused us to kind of have to reevaluate things. Yours truly gets to be the host of the show now due to the original host had some personal things that had come up to where it made it very difficult for them to continue to be a part of that. So therefore, I got chosen to be the fill-in. So fingers crossed I don't screw shit up. But I'm excited about the opportunity. I've never hosted anything. Hell, I've never even spoken in front of that many people. So I'm excited. That being said, Pam and I were we were going over everything and what we still have to do and accomplish. And this is, as you all know, this is the first award show. What's up, Andy? This is the first award show that we're having that's brought on by Pam, and she's very passionate about this, and she's invested a lot of her time, sweat, tears, monies, everything into this. So we are really trying to put on a good first show. But as you all know, with first of anything, there's always things that tend to happen or that kind of throw little kinks into the cog. So today we were going over the awards. And we had an overwhelming response to the point to where she's been getting so many votes that her computer actually crashed even while I was talking to her this morning. She's just been bombarded. So we love it. We thank everybody for all of the activity that has been brought to her for this. However, we were looking at winners, and since I'm the host now, I get, I kind of got privy to that. And as we were looking at winners, we realized that due to the overwhelming response, I mean, we've had over 101,000 votes. We had over that. So since we had so many pretty much everybody that was going to win had enough of a margin to where keep going until September was kind of pointless. So therefore, I told her, suggested that maybe we just go ahead and call it since we had so many votes. That way we could also focus on some other details because obviously September, October, November, there's not a whole lot of time. So this will give us more time to focus, not spending all our time counting and everything else. This will allow us to get that done to where we can start focusing on other things. Um, let's see. Good morning, Janice, and of course Val's in here, and of course Andy. So we thank all of y'all for being in. That being said, we decided to go ahead and call the voting instead of waiting another 26 days because we figured the likelihood of anything changing during that 26 days due to the amount of votes that we got and some that have really excelled over others, that we pretty well knew who was going to be each category. So therefore, we decided to go ahead and call it that way we could focus on other things. Because with me jumping in kind of late too, it and me being a little bit sketchy, it'll help give me more time as well to try to prepare because I want to do as good of a job for her as she wants to do for all of you all. Um, so we decided to go do that. Now that being said, um, there's still a lot. There's still a lot to be done. Um, so I want to start talking about some various things that we need to talk about as well for bands and stuff. So one thing with bands is any band that is a part of this show, if you want to get any merch or anything that you want to add to the swag bags that go to the 100 tickets that we're selling on the floor seats, then I strongly suggest you get something together and send it to Pam before October 1st because that'll give us time to because we still got to make bags. I mean, there's still so much stuff that you got to do for this show. And with our first one, we're finding that, you're finding new things all the time. So this will help buy us a little bit more time to try to put on the best show that we can for everybody. I've seen the awards. They look amazing. Everybody's going to be really tickled. But, and I also want to thank all the sponsors that we currently do have. And that being said, as well, if there's anybody listening that has businesses, especially around that area, and you want to become a sponsor of the show, there is still time to do that. Every little bit will help because Pam has been unselfishly doing a lot of this because of her passion to make a great award show. Um, she has used a lot of her monies. So she's been very unselfish in that regard. So I tip my hat to her because she is incredibly passionate about putting on an award show that allows for number one, for all of the nominees to go for free. And most award shows they charge, I know I paid a lot more than free to go to the Josies. And so she's trying to do this to where the artists can get recognized, but they don't have to shell out a lot of money. Now that being said, we have the 100 tickets, which we're going to go to fans or families or whatever. So if you're a fan, if you're families, and you plan on going to the award show, there are some tickets still available. So you want to act sooner than later, so it doesn't sell out. Tickets are $30 a seat, and they all come with a swag bag. And sold tickets are going to be starting in the front row and count back. Everybody else, all the artists, we get in free, but we are going to fill in after that. So that being said, too, if you've got family that, like, say you've got a grandmother or somebody that's coming as well, and you want her to really have a good seat to see, then you may want to consider. I mean, it's $30. $30, you almost can't do shit anymore for $30. So $30 and you get a swag bag and you get to start in the seats closest to the stage. That's a nice commodity. So you may want to look into having somebody. Hey, Gerald, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. Scott Braley's in the house. Bryce, my buddy Bryce Clayton is in here. What's up, Melinda? Oh, we're getting a good turn. And Melinda, I ain't seen you in a while. It's great to see you. Thank everybody for tuning in. But like I say, if you got family that you want them to have a better seat to see the show, then it may behoove you to just buy a ticket for your family so they can sit up closer. And again, it's $30. It'll also help. It'll help Miss Pam because, like I say, unselfishly, she is dipping into her own pocket to fund a vast majority of this show, and that says a lot about her. So we want to try to help her as much as possible. So if anybody is out there that does want to become a sponsor, there is still time you can reach out. Sponsors can also put things, if they want to add things to swag bags, they can. The more stuff we can put in swag bags, the better. Um, and again, for those just tuning in, I get to host the award show, so I'm incredibly excited. Nervous, but very excited about this. So that being said, again, for those that are late, I'll reiterate this again too. We decided, Pam and I were talking today, and we were going over everything since I'm hosting the show, and we realized that it was an overwhelming votes have been coming in to the point where, I mean, it's even crashed her computer this morning when I was talking with her, and so we are moved by the amount of activity that's happened on her site for this first time award show, and we want it to be great. So that's why, in lieu of me becoming laid in as the host due to the unfortunate circumstances that happened, um, unforeseen things, I decided to accept that role, and I hope I do good for y'all. But by ending the voting today, it wasn't going to change really the outcome. People would have had to have been absolutely ridiculous, and it would have probably still not, you would have come up short. So there's no sense in having wasting your all's time voting and voting and voting when pretty much we see who was going to win each category today. And so the 26 days wasn't going to be much. So we ended that to where we could focus now on getting the tally done, getting all that done and behind us. That way we can focus on other things. So because we still got a lot of stuff to do in regards to food, in regards to sound, and there's people you got to talk with, and we gotta orchestrate all that good stuff. And it gives me a little bit of time to prepare as well for stepping into a role that I'm excited about and very honored that I got the privilege to do. But it's daunting because there's going to be a lot of people, so I'm excited. But again, if any bands out there want to add to the swag bag, please try to send that by October 1st, because that's going to allow us to get these swag bags built as well and put together. And that way we can put that behind us and we can go on and start focusing on other stuff. Because again, there's a laundry list of things still yet to do to put on the best show we can for everybody. And that's the goal. That's what we want to do. Um, Pam says here, we will have food for sale, and it's going to be done by a local restaurant in the proximity. So they're going to handle all that stuff, which is good. That's going to help Pam as well. So we're very excited about this show. Cannot wait. Now, that being said, one thing that I just found out as well, and I want to talk about, those people that are going to the award show, apparently there is a 5K that is also going to be running the same day. So that being said, those individuals that are planning on getting a hotel in that area for the award show that night, it would behoove you to do that sooner than later, just for the simple fact that we don't want things to fill up to where there's no rooms at the inn. We don't want that. And because, we want people to be able to enjoy themselves and then still get to a hotel that's pretty close to where they have somewhere they can lay their head that night. If you're planning on staying. So if you're doing that, again, please do so, because again, we're now competing with a 5K that's going to be bringing people into that area as well. So definitely pay attention to that. The What we decided, since we decided to stop the vote tally, several days early, just due to the amount of overwhelming response of votes, we decided that what we're going to do is we're going to give away a total of 4 of the tickets that are being sold. And the best way that we could say to do that is, I want, if you're interested in trying to win the tickets, it's going to be a drawing. So if you're interested in trying to win a couple seats, we're going to do 2 pairs of 2. One's going to be introduced on September 1st, 2026. The other one will be, it'll be said on October 1st, 2026. And those tickets, if you want to be a part of that and you want to try to get in on that drawing to get two of the free tickets um, to the show, excuse me, four of the tickets. I want you to go to Southern Lights 1333 at gmail.com. You send Miss Pam an email with your name, address, uh, or your name and phone number. And that way, if your name is drawn, you will get two of those tickets. And again, it's four total tickets, but it's a pair of two in September 1st, 2026. And then the next pair will be announced October 1st, 2026. So we just decided we wanted to do that just because, we did stop it a few days early due to the overwhelming response. So we figured that would be a nice touch. But we wanted to be transparent about that because we were surprised with. I mean, it was unbelievable how many votes we got, especially for our first award show. So we're really jazzed about that. So we appreciate everybody who did go out and vote. Like I say, it's just unbelievable the amount of votes. I was blown away with the amount for the first time. And this award show, we are determined to make it as best we can because we want to continue this year for year. So this was obviously the first with anything is always there's always little nuances that you or things that you learn from. So we are quickly learning and adjusting to all that. So every award show we are the goal is every award show we have should try to top the one that we had before that. So, and again, if anybody, anybody wants to be a part of the potential free tickets again, that email is southernlights1333 at gmail.com. Send your name, your phone number, and just you can just put in the subject title, you know, uh, uh, ticket giveaway or something like that so she knows what it is. But she's going to keep track of all of that. And then we'll put everybody's name in a hat and we'll do some drawings and see who gets the free tickets. There are some tickets still available. So, again, if you're wanting tickets, as a fan or if you're a band and you just say, hey man, I got a bunch of fam that are coming, but I don't want to sit them in the back, I'd rather them be up close and personal, then you know buy a tickets at $30 a piece. And again, $30 and anymore, I mean, you can't really go out and have a good entertaining evening for $30. So it's not it's a good ticket price, and they will come with swag bags. And again, there's only going to be 100 of them sold, and then it'll be done. So anybody interested in that, please, please, please go out and do that. Um, and again, we want to thank everybody for all of the voting. We want to thank everybody for all of the nominations that they did early on. This award show has got tons of high quality people in it. Uh, Gerald said, "Sounds good, Pam Little. We are stoked about being there, and we're stoked about seeing you there, brother. We're stoked about seeing everybody. This lineup, I mean, this has got so many good quality people here. Everything from music to podcasting to, I mean, just all sorts of good stuff. So I can't wait to meet everybody. I'm so excited. And it's gonna. And again, I'm just honored that I get the privilege to host the entire show. That I was blown away and moved. And again, I just hope I do everybody proud. And that's why once we saw the just everybody's votes and who actually had a commanding leads, it wasn't likely that anybody's going to catch anybody. If by keeping voting going, all it's going to do is just have people sitting at a computer adding to something that was already inevitable. So we wanted to stop that so you all weren't having to sit there and waste any more time than necessary. And again, we could start focusing because now that I got to take on this role, there's some things that I got to learn, and that's just something that obviously more things that Pam's gonna do because she's helped me out immensely so far. So. Danny Potter's in. Welcome, my brother. I hope you're doing good as well. Hope the fam's doing good, and I can't wait to be there. I can't wait to even see y'all again either, brother. It's gonna be good to see everybody. I'm so excited meeting people in person that I've talked to, or again, Danny, I met you in person, but I can't wait to see you again. So we're super excited about all this. So again, please, 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 if anybody's got any swag stuff they want to add to the bag, please try to make haste and get it there to Pam before October 1st. That way, we have time to deal with that because for the first time show, man, we're learning every day. We've seen it's like, oh wow, we got to do this, we got to do this, and I mean, it's been a learning process, but it's been an enjoyable process to say the least. So, but we want the extra time to try to make sure we get everything squared. We want this to try to come off as perfect as possible. Now, we all know, the first of everything, there's always some nuances and things that you learn about. And this is no different. We've learned next year, we've learned that there's some things that we may tweak or do slightly differently to see if things go easier or more smoothly or whatever. So, um, we appreciate everybody's patience and understanding. And I just wanted to get on here today after talking with Pam all morning. I mean, we've been going through everything, and we just decided that to go ahead and just call it a little early to give us a little more time. So I wanted to be transparent and let everybody know. Um, but again, the awards that she's got are they're great. They're nice, and again, I can't thank her enough because she has put in a far more of her monies than anything, and she's doing it because she has got true passion for this, and she wants to give an award show to everybody. To where again, all the other award shows, it's like you got to pay to go to it. Well, if you're a nominee, she was like, I think it's silly they have to pay. They should be able to go for free. So that's why Pam stepped up and is trying to make this Southern Lights Entertainment Award show what it is. And I totally agree with her. I think it's great that she's trying to do something to give the artist a little something back, because we all know in the music industry that a lot of times the artists don't quite get the credit that they deserve, or they get taken advantage of, you know. And we don't want that. We want to spotlight and put everybody on that spotlight. So I hope to do you all proud. If I don't kick my ass in the parking lot, please. I'm getting old. I don't heal as fast as I used to, so spare me. But we're gonna have a good time. All jokes aside, we're gonna have a great time. So I just wanted to reach out, touch base on that, and just kind of give everybody a little bit of an update. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Let me kind of go into this thing here and see. Oh, Danny Potter, he's got some swag coming. Miss Pam, I need to also add more swag, which is my goal. Matter of fact, I need to look into that today. If I procrastinate, I'll fucking miss. So I don't want to do that. Um, you guys have done an amazing job. I know all the nominees are truly grateful for this ceremony. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. And I tell you what, obviously the person who gets the biggest credit on that is Pam, because she has worked so damn hard on trying to give you all the best show that she can, and I think she will. So I just hope, like I say, I hope I do her proud, and if not, there'll be a different award of a host next year. I may be just in the crowd just watching. So, but we look forward to that. But again, there are still tickets available. Now they are selling. So you don't wait till the last minute, because you may find that the 100 tickets, it's only 100 that we're selling for fans or for family to sit up close. So we would love for everybody to take advantage of that and enjoy the swag bags that are going to come with it. And again, I hope it's good for bands to add and contribute to the swag bag, even if it's something minuscule. I mean, it could be a bracelet, it could be a pin with your band name on it. I mean, whatever, stickers, whatever. But obviously, it's good advertisement. So anything you put in that swag bag, that's 100 people's going to get that, and then who knows how many people will see it. So If you haven't thought about it, you may want to just consider maybe adding a little something to the swag bag. That would be great. And again, it's going to be catered. Well, I don't know if catering's the right word. I guess it is. But there's going to be food sold there. Let's put it that way. There's going to be food sold. So there is going to be edibles to eat. It's going to be good times. I don't know what all is going to be on the menu. We haven't talked about that yet, but it's going to be done by a local restaurant in the proximity. So they're stepping up and helping out too. So we thank them. Pam, do you know what their name is again, so I can give them a shout out? Because I don't remember off the top of my head. Um, oh, dress codes. Oh, yeah, Pam put this up. Now, I had talked about this on one of my last podcasts. Um, the dress code thing. You don't have to come in a suit. We don't have to. It doesn't have to look like a funeral just rode into town. However, oh, I did say edibles. Oh, not those kind of edibles, Wolf. My bad. I meant food. Sorry to disappoint, folks. I didn't realize that came in. Did. So anyway, back to the dress code. The dress code is it's not like there's going to be super enforced. However, this is just coming from me. Um, in my opinion, the way you dress reflects a lot about your character. Now, obviously, I'm one to talk. I like to be comfortable. I'm in a raggedy ass fucking t-shirt today. I don't look anything super special. However, at the award show, especially if you're a band, I would suggest that maybe step your game up just a smidge. So don't come in your who farted t-shirt with a pair of NBA baggy shorts. Uh, Come with if anything a really nice pair of jeans and maybe a button down shirt and a bolo or a tie or something to make yourself just give yourself that extra little bit of oomph in the way you look because it'll reflect good on you also business wise. It'll look good for your brand if you're not standing there in a who farted t-shirt, with baggy gym shorts. No, to me that's just not when you're an entertainer. That's just not professional. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Some people may say, "Fuck you, Bones. I like my baggy pants." Do you? But I'm just trying to help you out and help you with your developmental branding of yourself as well by saying, "Hey, try to step it up just a hair." Like I'm not gonna come wearing a raggedy ass t-shirt. I'm gonna actually try to step my game up, even though that's not my style. My style is be very casual in t-shirts and or no shirt at all half the time. But you got to know when to kind of elevate your game. So I would suggest people do that. Oh, Danny said he's wearing a tank top and booty shorts. Ooh, man, I might have to pinch that ass when I see you, man. Woo, woo, that's gonna be good shit. And I know he ain't coming in there. If he does, that'll be funny as hell, though. So let's see. Oh, she said a big shout out to the Wind Rock Snack Shack. Oh shit, it moved on me. Hang on, let me find it again. There it is. Windrock Snack Shack. I want to give a big shout out to them. They're a restaurant that's in that area. They actually have two restaurants in that area. So big shout out to the Windrock Snack Shack for doing the food for this year's award show. We greatly appreciate everything that you are doing as well. That is going to help take a load off of all of the other stuff that we have to do. Um, and again, that is at the Historic Grove Theater in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, for those that don't remember. And that is going to be again on November 14th. You know what? I don't remember. Pam, if you would be so kind, what time does the award show start again? Because I forget. And and she said, as for the cooking, it is home cooking restaurant. So it's gonna be the home cook style stuff is that soul food is so good, man. So they're gonna have some really good foods. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And there'll be more updates to come, obviously, after this one, as we get a little closer and we start ironing out other things because there's so much stuff we gotta fine tune. Um, but let's see if she's commented on that. Not yet. Okay, I'll get to it when she does. Let's see if there's any other questions. And but yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody. I'm so excited. It's just going to be so much fun. And doors open at 5 p.m. Shows starts at 6 p.m. and it'll go till around 11. When the entertainer of the year will be announced. So roughly around 11ish is when that'll happen. Now, we also do got to sit down. Pam and I have to sit down, which this was something that we didn't realize is going to take some effort and energy to figure out. But we've got to sit down and we've got to map out our time window and we've got to know roughly when things are going to take place. So like I've been trying to watch since I've never hosted an award show before and I've never even spoken in front of that many people before. I've been trying to go back and kind of just look at different award shows that have happened and try to focus on what that host does. That way I try to learn and do as best that I can as well. So, so we'll have to sit down and we have to map out like all of y'all artists, how much musical time are we going to be able to allow to where we can stay in that window? Um, all of that stuff's going to be we'll update. We'll let you know when we know. Let's see what else. I'm going to be home soon, be podcasting. Everybody watch out. Let's see. Oh yeah, award show will be announced. The award show has been Bones, the company, handling sound and lights. Yeah. Oh yeah. Big shout out to the Sharp Studios. Sharp Studios is the one that are going to be the company that are going to be handling our lighting, our sound, and all that good stuff. So big shout out, big tip of the hat to the Sharp Studios for what they're going to be doing, and it's just going to be off the chain. I can't wait. Uh, Speech will be great. We'll work on it. Yeah. So a lot of the other stuff too, the different speeches. That's another good point. Excuse me. People that'll be introducing will eventually get with you and let you know like who you're introducing, what the category is, and all that stuff. And we got to figure out times with all that too. So there's a whole lot of stuff that I know. I'm sure Pam's a lot better at because she's been around a while and she's got a lot of familiarity with running business and restaurants and she kind of wears all sorts of hats. So luckily for us, she has the know-how. Um, Whereas me, I'm just there kind of trying to help her as best I can. And this is all very much learning for me, but a very exciting process to say the least. Uh, let's see, what's that say? Oh, that's not for me. All right. Trying to see if there's anything else that I haven't talked about that I want to bring up. So again, just to be redundant and reiterate, if you're interested, if you decide you got family, you want to try to get up a little bit closer to the stage, $30 a ticket, and they come with a swag bag. So get them before they sell out. And again, remember, be redundant. 5K is going to be running the same day, and I just found this out. So I've already done my hotel, but if you have not, it would behoove everybody to go ahead and book that. That way, it doesn't sell out to people doing the 5K. And like when we did ours, I think we got ours. I think the wife got ours close enough to where we can actually walk. We'll go to the hotel, drop all our shit off. We can walk to the venue. I think it's like a half mile and that way when we're done we could just have a leisurely stroll back. And if we do decide at any point in time to stop and have a few drinks or something, then we don't have to worry about being behind a wheel. So that's always something to think about too, convenience and safety. So if you haven't done so, please look into doing that sooner than later. We are, again, to be redundant, we're going to give away, because we did stop the voting early. So again, just to reiterate so everybody out there hears, the voting, we decided to stop because we had such an overwhelming response, and we noticed with the tallies that really that extra 26 days was not going to change the outcome. uh, the people that were winning had a commanding enough lead. Therefore, we decided to go ahead and ixnay it so we can focus more. So because of that, that's why Pam decided, hey, let's just give away a total of 4 tickets. And again, they're going to be sold in pairs or given away in pairs. So if you're interested in trying to get in the drawing for that, it'll be drawing out of a hat. Again, that email is southernlights1333 at gmail.com. Send your name, phone number, in the little whatever that little description tag thing is. Just put something like tickets giveaway or something to where she knows what it is. But she's going to get everybody's names that do reach out in the email, put them in a hat. We're going to do drawings, and those individuals can come out on September 1st. We'll give away 2, and October 1st we'll do it again and give away 2 more. So definitely, try to put your name in a hat and see what happens. You might even be able to bring a few more peeps along with you. So the more, the better. Let's see. Speech. Let's see if anybody's got any questions. And I don't know if anybody's got any questions. I'll answer them if I know. But like I say, there's some things I may still not know because we did a whole lot of talking today, and I'm trying to make sure I've remembered everything in my head of what we spoke about because we've been on the phone for quite a while this morning, talking and kind of brainstorming on what we need to do to try to make this the best award show ever. But and like I say, us stopping this tally 26 days early just buys us just a little bit more time where we can try to focus on some other things that are going to have to be done because November 14th, I can't believe it's already August, folks. November 14th is going to be here before you bat an eye. So Pam says that I covered everything. So good. Thank goodness for that. Win or lose, this is going to be a great evening. I agree, Danny. Um, I can't. I'm just excited about being in the same room with so many of you all up and coming talents because there are so many people that are on that ticket that I mean I'm true, very good, true talented people that are gonna they're gonna make something of themselves. And I'm glad that I get to know you when we're all kind of on the ground level, and I love it. And again, this award show is a very big passion for Pam. And she has dumped so much of her own personal monies into this. So she's been incredibly unselfish. Um, I mean, she's put in so much of her time and money. We do thank all of the sponsors that have been there. Danny Potter's, he's one of them. What's Up World podcast was a sponsor. And I don't even off the top of my head, I don't remember who all the sponsors are. But so forgive me if I did not call you out. But if you're a sponsor, you know who you are. We thank you. And we obviously during the show we'll talk about sponsors for sure. I'll have to make cheat sheets or cue cards or whatever. But I'm just so excited to be in the same room with a lot of y'all and to catch up with some peeps that I know like Danny that I haven't seen in a while. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him and the family. Same with like Gerald and the boys at Outlaw Whiskey and Appalachian Moon and so many others. I mean, there's some I get to call Roger Hay today and try to see if I can set up a podcast with him, which I got to do here in a little bit. So Roger, if you're out there listening, I did see you texted. I am going to call you, and we're going to try to set something up. Grayson Slade, I just set up. We're going to be doing a podcast on him coming up here. Not this coming Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday. This Thursday, I've got Bryson O'Neill. He's going to be on the show this Thursday. You can look for a makeshift flyer. I didn't realize about promoting. I didn't know how to make flyers. I don't know how to do that. But my buddy Scott Braley said, "Hey Bones, I was like, man, I kind of did upset one artist because I didn't promote anything, but I was like, I didn't really know I had to, and and technically I haven't promoted anybody, and I'm not really going to, other than the fact of the way that I've done it, and the way I'm going to just start doing it now. The only way that my ass can learn how to do this slowly is just my picture of my logo, the picture of whatever that I want to choose for the specific artist, and then just kind of post ahead of time on this day, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do the Bones Unfiltered podcast, music editions featuring so and so at this time. And that will be my way of kind of promoting, because other than that, I'm promoting you when you're on the show. But that being said, I apologize for I'm learning. So I appreciate the patience that most people have given me, because I do screw up, and every day I'm like, oh wow, that's how I can do that, or oh man, that was so easy. Why didn't I think of that? So I'm trying to also grow and learn, so I do a good job for everybody as well. But that being said, we're all new and up and coming for the most part. Now, some are obviously more established than others. I'm definitely an up and comer. So I appreciate all the people that want to be on the show. Obviously, when you're an up and comer, you can't afford to pay people to be on the show. You can't, I mean, hell, I wouldn't even pay to have flyers made because I'm not making any money yet. So until I start making something to help offset that, then you're pretty much coming on the show because you're wanting to help me grow my podcast and get your name out and help y'all grow, and vice versa. I'm doing this to try to grow the podcast, but I also want to bring light to all of the artists that I have on this show, or like my boy um, Clayton that's in here. I had him on my special needs podcast. So, right now I'm doing a lot with the special needs podcasting as well, because the Lee Specialty Clinic here in Louisville is under attack, along with the Medicaid cuts. So they made it through the first gauntlet and are funded through the fiscal year of 2027. However, after that, they're still not. We haven't won the war, so I'm trying to also fight for them, because I didn't know anything about that organization. And as you all know, I have a handicapped son, and he's not a kid anymore. He's now an adult, and he may one day even benefit from this program. But this program, I have been blown away by learning stuff from this program. So I really appreciate everybody that tunes in for that too, because that's a very important and very special thing to me because of my handicapped son. So this is very important to me, that the special needs podcast as well, because it's so near and dear to my heart, and it could benefit my kid. But also, I do a lot with Special Olympics, as you all know, and it allows me to have some of my players. And I've got one I talked to at the ball field last night. Um, Katie King she's going to be a part of that um, on a Monday. I'm not sure which one, but she's going to talk about her disabilities and her time in Special Olympics, and she also works for UPS, like Bryce Clayton does, and we get to talk about what she does there work wise and all that stuff. So I love to hear the special needs get to brag about their lives, because, as you all know, I've said it 1,000 times, they were dealt kind of a crappy hand. So they're the most positive people I've ever met when they've gone through so much negativity. And I wish that I could be half as positive as these people. And I'm trying like hell to become more positive, but I am so negative, and I hate that. I wish I could shake it, and I'm working on it. But I think this podcast is also going to help me grow and work on that as well, because I see the positivity that the special needs community gets on there and talks. I just did an episode, if nobody's seen it, with Hayden Redman, um, and it was a great show. And he's so positive, so happy. So I just love it, and I have to thank the biggest thanks for that is Pam, because Pamela Little pushed me to podcast. She was like, Bones, I really think that if you don't do this, you're screwing up. She goes, you've got a knack for this. Now, I'm my own worst enemy, so I don't see the knack, but apparently she does. And because she believed in me, she opened my eyes to something that turned out to be a very big love and passion for me. And I cannot thank her enough for that. So, and then of course, Wolf, who's in here, Wolf Bear Records, she's another one that literally taught me today how to screen share. So the next podcast, if I try to bring up a video, I may succeed completely, but now I know I've been trying to farm it and use it in podcasts, and I can't. I've spent hours and hours, and I can't figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. She showed me how to share it via stream or screen share, and I was like, damn, I could have been doing that, and I didn't even know how. So a big tool time shout out to her as well, because she has been very pivotal with teaching an old dog new tricks on how to do technology. So I appreciate that. Uh, Danny said, I'm the same way. He goes, I'm my own worst critic. And I am, yeah, I kick my own teeth in all the time, because, I want to always strive to do the best that I can, you know, but I am human and I screw up a lot. Um, let's see. I'm happy of you all part of this. Thanks to everyone. So Pamela just gave a big shout out to everybody who's being a part of this, process. Whether you're an artist that's going to be performing, whether you're hosting the show, whether you are going to be the security guy that's the show, or like I say, the wonderful restaurant that's jumping in to help us to where they can produce some nice home cooked meals that where people can buy while they're there to have a nice meal. We're very moved by all the people. I think Wolf Bear is even going to just voluntarily stream it, the award show, if it's allowed. So I mean, there's a lot of people that want to step up and help, and we thank everybody for being showing such great interest in doing that. Dusty. Hey, what's up, Miss Dusty? Dusty is actually Bryce Clayton's uh, girlfriend, well, fiance, fiance. That's right, because they got engaged. So she's another one that is super sweet, and she's definitely she had done some Special Olympics in her point in time back in the day as well. So Dusty, thank you so much for jumping in here, honey. I really appreciate it. Um, I can't hear anything. Uh-oh. Wonder what happened. Can can anyone else hear me? Answer in the comments, or did I lose audio altogether? Anybody? Let's see. So Wolf, you can hear me. I wonder why Pam can't hear me. That's weird. So Dusty can hear me. Okay. Well, that's weird. I don't know why Pam. She must be. It's probably your internet issues from all the Again, folks, man, she had got so many votes. It was unbelievable. There's so many votes that had come in. Like literally, I was on the horn with her this morning. Her computer just crashed. It just locked. The votes were just pinging, and that's probably why she's having trouble. It's probably just her internet connection. But yeah, he said loud and clear here. So thanks everybody. So well, it wouldn't have surprised me if I'd have screwed that up too. But so anyway, well, I guess I don't know if there's anything else I really need to talk about. Like I say, uh, Byron O'Neill. I'm going to have that young man on tomorrow at 1 Eastern Standard Time, which would be noon their time, which I believe he's in St. Louis as well, same place that Wolf currently is. She's back there finishing up gathering her content before she moves back permanently. Um, She golly, Pam said it says she had over 2,500 votes just in the last 3 days. And we're that far in. So like I say, we wanted to be transparent because we know we told everybody we were going to shut it down September 1st. But again, after tallying all the winners today, we went through the whole list and spent time on it. The likelihood that anyone would be snubbed out is just it's just not going to happen. So we just decided that time would be better well spent uh, wrapping this portion up with the votes. That way we can put it behind us. We'll know everybody that's going to be what they're going to get. So that way we can start moving on to other things to where we can fine tune it before the show. So I'm excited about that. Wolf says, I'm ready to come home, Bones. I bet you are, honey. I bet you are. Um, let's see, Pamela. Yeah, Danny said, "Wow, Pamela." That was. I mean, it was. I mean, Danny, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I could hear her phone in the background, and I mean, I'm sitting there talking to her, and it's like ding, 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 and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" She goes, That's votes." I'm like, "Golly!" So everybody, man, kudos to everybody who voted because holy moly, the response was amazing. Um, Other than that, I guess that's really about it. Um, just real quick while I'm doing it, while we're on the live and we're doing this shit, big shout out to Danny Potter at What's Up World podcast. If you have not seen that podcast, I strongly suggest that you look for that because it is a fantastic podcast and he fantastic setup he's got. He's just and he covers a whole lot of topics, especially if you live in Jackson County. It's been pretty popular lately with what's going on with everything there on his show. So definitely give What's Up World podcast a big look. And for those that don't know, he is in the running for podcast of the year. So we'll see what happens. Same with Wolf Bear. She's in the running for podcast of the year. She's another one that has she's been podcasting for quite a while, and she's one that has been very pivotal for me because again she's the one that has spent a whole lot of her free time teaching an old dog how to do new tricks. So Wolf, thank you so much for that. Um, Fan wise, again, Val, Miss Janice, let's see, Melinda, let's see. Well, I was going to say Gerald. Gerald tunes into he's part of Outlaw Whiskey. Gerald tunes into all sorts of stuff and such a amazing guy. The whole damn band's amazing. And I want to give a special thank you to that band as well for one reason. They at one point in time they had a show, an actual gig, and every single player in that band had my Bones Unfiltered podcast shirt on. I was so moved when they sent me that picture that they had my shirt. The whole entire band represented me during a gig. I was beyond blown away with that because they did not have to do that and they did. So, Gerald, thank you and Outlaw Whiskey for being so kind to me for my podcast because that was very very nice. Scott Braley, super cool cat. Um, I just this guy's a great dude. He's out of Maine. Used to be a manager. Now he does promotions. Super great guy. I want to thank Bryce and his fiance, of course, Dusty, uh, for him and her showing up in here to be supportive. I thank them so much. They're two of my special needs family, and I love them dearly. Miss Janice, thank you. You're always, you and Val always are tuning into everything that I do. And I'm so moved by that. I mean, when you're getting started and you have some people in your life like that are that loyal to you and that supportive, it just goes without saying. True, they're not fans. They're just good friends. Andy, thank you so much. Andy Trauma, thank you so much for coming in as well. So great to see you, and that to look into the whole podcasting aspect there as well. Let's see, am I missing anybody? I'm trying not to, so please forgive me if I do. My brain is, I'm getting older, so it don't retain information as well as it used to. Uh, let's see. No, I think that's everybody. Well, other than that, definitely check out Wolf Fair. Check out What's Up World pod in regards to podcasting. And again, there's all sorts of bands. That whole list that's on SouthernLightsEntertainment.com that everybody was voting on. There are tons of great music out there. Tons. I mean, I can't even say all the people. So all the bands that are nominated, much love and respect coming from Bones sent your way. Um, yeah, Pamela said there was 101,000 votes since January. That's a lot. That's a lot to tally. That's a lot to go through. And we never thought the response was going to be that awesome. But wow. And it's all because of everybody out there listening, fans of various bands and whatnot. So thank you all so much for everything. This is just going to be an absolutely outstanding show. Other than that, I guess that's really about everything. I can't think of anybody else that I really want to plug. Because once I start, it would take me 20 minutes just to say everybody. Probably longer than that. I guess that's it. So I guess I can get ready to wrap this up. I know it's only an hour long podcast. I'm not going to upload this and distribute to everything, but the biggest thing was to have it on Facebook so people know that voting is stopped so they don't waste their time. We went ahead and just stopped it because, again, overwhelming response. The extra 26 days wasn't going to change anything. So why waste time? Why not move on to focus on more important stuff? So we got the voting done. We just got to get everything tallied. We got to finish all that. That way we can have it. We put it in the done category, and let's move on and get ready to have a rockin' awesome show. November 14th, 2026, historic Grove Theater in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. So be there, be square, folks. I look forward to seeing everybody there hanging out. And hopefully, even after the award show, we can hang out and shoot the shit for a while with everybody and just have a nice relaxing time. And then again, everybody then hopefully if you book your hotel soon, you don't have that far of a walk, but everybody we can have some fun, and then everybody can meander back and get a good night's sleep and get up the next day and head home. So don't forget, 5K is going to be the same day. So you are in competition when it comes to Airbnbs and hotels. So definitely put that in your cap and don't procrastinate because you may be sleeping in your car. Oh, no, my bad. So anyway, I guess important note to all the fans voting. Let's see. This was all the fans. Thank all of those fans. So yeah, and again, thanks to all of the people who took time out of their days to vote. Each and every one of you. Even if you only voted once, we thank you. We thank you for the responses. And again, if you're wanting to try to get in the drawing of the 2 free tickets, just to be redundant and say it again, definitely send an email to Pam at southernlights1333 at gmail.com with your name and phone number in there, and you will be put into the drawing to win 2 of the 4 tickets that are going to be given away. The first 2 will be given away September 1st, 2026. The second 2, October 1st, 2026. So definitely, what's it going to hurt? Send the email, get in the drawing. You never know. You may be able to bring 2 more family members, and they get a close-up seat as well as a awesome swag bag. And again, any other people out there listening that want to be a sponsor, it is still not too late. So definitely you could reach out to Pam. Sponsorships, it's not like they have to be an obscene amount of money. I think they start at like $100 to sponsor the show. Definitely, but any bit of help would help her because again, she's not saying this. I'm saying this. I know for a fact that she has put in a whole lot of her own personal monies for this show for everybody. And I would love to see some extra peeps be able to assist a little bit to where that a whole burden doesn't fall on her shoulders. But we are going to have this show and we want it to be the best we can because the goal is, again, every year we want to have this award show. We want to try to keep the things as true as we can in regards to, you know, having nominees and stuff not have to pay through their nose to be able to go to a show to see if they win an award or not. So I like the way that she's trying to put the artist first and give them the spotlight, but not cost them an arm and a leg to be a part of that. So I think it's very awesome what she's doing, and I would be appreciated if anybody gave her any kind of help that they could, um, sponsor wise. So especially if you're in the Knoxville slash Oak Ridge, Tennessee area, if your business is around there, man, reach out to her. It's good advertisement. I've been talking about stuff, on different podcasts, and she posts stuff on her page. So if you're a sponsor, you will end up on her website. That she's got like little screen. You can see who sponsored it. So she's advertising for people. So definitely try to help her out. That would be very much appreciated. Because the awards that she bought, again, I saw them. They're nice, and she spent a lot of money out of her own pocket to give away awards that I mean, she ain't gonna get nothing out of it once she gives them away. She's doing it for all of the artists out there, and she wants y'all to have nice awards as she could afford to do. And what she's done, in my opinion, does not disappoint. So we love you, Bones. I need a shirt. Well, heck yeah. Well, yeah, we can do that. Oh, well, speaking of that, that's funny that you say that, Miss Dusty. I'm going to do a shameless plug for myself. Um, as you all know, I've been podcasting. I haven't been doing it very long. I don't know exactly when we started, but it's probably been under 6 months that I've been podcasting. I am growing. So it's been good. I've put out a lot of episodes. I've got 3 podcasts. I've got the one that you all are quite aware of, which is the Bones Unfiltered Podcast Music Edition, which has the traditional logo. That one is the on the thumbnails. Um, I do the Bones Unfiltered Podcast Special Needs Edition, which has a different logo. Which, you know what? Let me do this. I don't know if I've got it handy, but let me see if I've got that logo where I can bring it up and show you all. Yeah, I do. Here it is. Okay. This one, that one, if you look for that logo, that is only the special needs podcast logo. So that one covers obviously all the special needs stuff, the Lee's Specialty Clinic stuff, pardon me, by Special Olympics, stuff like that. That's my special needs one. That one's very important. So if you're not into music, but you still want a podcast and you would love to hear the awesomeness of a lot of these Special Olympic and special needs community people, definitely check that podcast out because it's so cute and so awesome watching some of them get on there and just brag about their life achievements, as well as we've had families on there too. And again, the Lee Specialty Clinic. So it's not always just the special needs people talking too, but it all revolves around them. And that's what I love about that one. Now, that being said, then it brings me to my last podcast, which the last one logo looks like, I think I've got it too. Let me see while we're talking. Now, this one is called Off the Beaten Path. And this podcast, I don't even have, I think Wolf and I is the only one that's on there, and it's mainly been updated stuff. I just set this one up, so this one doesn't have much. But that being said, here it is. All right. This is that logo. Shaboom. So the Chrome logo is for the Off the Beaten Path. Now that podcast is going to be set up to be revolve around a hodgepodge of whatever it is you want to talk about. So if you want to get on there and talk about comic books, we'll talk about comic books. If you're a small business and you reach out to me and you say, "Hey, Bones, I sure would like to. I'm a mom and pop shop, and I'd like to come on your show just to talk about my business and just kind of have it promoted out there through your show to where bring awareness that we're here. I want to have you on the show. I want to support mom and pop shops. I think they're very important. The little people, just like when I started the podcast, it was all mainly about up and coming or newly established musicians because I want to try to help give that leg up. Even though my podcast ain't no Joe Rogan yet, it's still, there's still people that can see you on my show. And I want to do that for people because I want to see musicians succeed in a big way. Because I love music, even though I couldn't sing or carry a tune in a bucket to save my life. So, all right, that being said, um, Dusty. Well, that being said, anybody out there listening, if you want to support the podcast, it would be much appreciated because right now I haven't made very little money. I've made some off the special needs through the stars, which is on Facebook. Um, TikTok, I just started trying to TikTok, so I'm trying to learn that, folks. But I am on TikTok now. But they do the weird little mustaches and silly hats and shit. I don't know what the hell that means or monetary, but I know it's monetary stuff. Any of those little things would be appreciated if you could afford to do so. Um, Same with my website. I have a merch store on my website. I would not want anyone, no one, if you could not afford to do so, to buy anything and put yourself in a hardship. I don't think you should do that for anybody. Never, ever, ever put yourself in a pickle like that. But if you can afford to, and you see merch you like, and you want to support the Bones Unfiltered podcast show, then just go to www.bonesunfilteredpodcast.com. You'll see my website, which is made for me by my good friend Heath Perkins, who's an awesome dude and he does awesome work. But check out my website, and I do have a merch section. Now the merch section is through. I just had a brain fart of who they're through. Fourth Wall. They're through Fourth Wall Company. So the glorious thing about it is I don't have to keep merchandise on hand. I don't have to deal with shipping or packaging or none of that shit. All I do is anything that they have on their website that has my logo on it. Once you order it, it goes to Fourth Wall. You check out everything, you deal with them. If you have any problems, shipping, all that stuff's done by them. But the glorious thing is if they use my logo, I get royalties. So they pay me every month for my portion of the products that are sold. So I could probably do better if I did it by myself, obviously, because I wouldn't have to share monies as much. But the nice thing is, man, I don't have anywhere to store that kind of stuff. And I started shipping shirts. Like I have some shirts here, and I tried to ship, but it is so expensive to ship. It cost me like $12 to ship a shirt. And by the time you charge and you do the shipping, well, pretty much my shirts on Fourth Wall are about the same, pretty close. So if you want to just go to the website, check out the merch. I've got everything. I got cups, mugs, stainless steel, the stainless steel drink cups and mugs and stainless steel koozies for your beers or even I think long necks even fit in there. It's got a screw top, but I got bags, I got stickers, I've got shirts, I've got hoodies, I've got all sorts of shit. So check that out if you're interested. But again, do not purchase anything if you financially cannot do that. Do not put yourself in any type of hardship for anyone. It's not worth it. I would rather just, if you can't do that and you want to support the show, same with any of these peeps I've talked about, any of these bands, Pam's, at Southern Lights Entertainment, myself, the What's Up World podcast, Wolf podcast. Even if you can't financially help in any way, you still can help. And the freest and easiest thing to do is to do likes, shares, follows. And sometimes some businesses do subscribes, but some charge $1 a month. But, I don't do that right now because if I'm going to charge $1 a month for a subscription, then I want to be able to do something for those individuals that is special, like say monthly. And until I really come up with a really good idea of what I want to do, then right now you can subscribe and it don't cost anything because there's no monetary figure. But every subscribe, share, follow, likes, all that good stuff brings awareness, or maybe that catches the attention of somebody else out there that maybe hasn't seen you. So that'll help us grow as well. So anything you can do for any of these individuals, including myself, um, that would be very appreciated. So, all right. Well, that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and just call this. I think I've pretty well covered everything. Unless anybody's got any last second questions. Good luck to Danny said. Good luck to all the nominees, and I agree. So, good luck to everybody. Um, and I'll tell you what, man, that the response was great. It's there were some nail biters for sure. So it was on some of them, and then there's some that just man they crushed it. So I can't wait. It's going to be a great show. We got wonderful performances. We had I think a few changes. So I think Mike Clacy shows interest. I just got to fine tune and see. He may be doing a 2-song set as well. He's not on the nominees for anything, but he wanted to come if he can. He wants to come out and hang out with everybody and see people. He thinks the award show, the way Pam's doing it, was really a nice idea and wanted to be a part of it. So we hopefully we can fine tune everything with him. We just got to make sure that everything we can make it happen. So other than that, I guess Danny, have a great day. Say hi to the fam for me. Let's see. Great Bones. Call me later. Yeah, I'll call you, Pam. Pam's having. Yeah, it must be. There's a storm coming Thursday. Let's see. She lost sound again. She's just probably lost sound because again, man, it was unbelievable the amount of votes and stuff that are rolling in on that. It was great, but it's definitely taxed her service, so maybe that's why she's having problems. But anyway, all right, guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up again tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time, 12 noon in St. Louis time, I'm going to have Byron O'Neill on, and we're going to have him talk. He's a solo, but also Byron O'Neill Bands with a Z, not S. So we're gonna have him on the show. We're gonna talk about the various things he does, and hear about his musical career as well. So we look forward to having that. So definitely tune in for the Bones Unfiltered podcast featuring Wolf from Wolfbear Records. She's going to be a part of that show as well. And next week, that following Tuesday, I think, is when I'm going to have Grayson on. You'll see the flyer. I don't have it written right in front of me. But I'm going to have Grayson Slade on, so I'm looking forward to talking to that young man, and then we're going to have several others that are on that nominees for the award show. We're going to have several others have shown interest in being on the podcast, so I'm going to continue to try to have as many of them on as I can before that show. So thanks for everybody for tuning in, and I look forward to the next time. But until then, this is Bones saying be good or be good at it. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Peace.
Bones Unfiltered Podcast.